That's so sad. Do I just do a reaction? I'm gonna try to find a. Guess. No, you were here. Mercy or Chevy? Chevy's stronger, so I'm gonna bring Chevy. What about Big Slim? I'm gonna do Big Slim. Headwind. Okay, we'll just throw Chompy in. Yes, I don't know what you're expecting to do, but you're blocked off now. Remington's gonna be the tank. I think Chompy's got this shit. Boy gets it's been a little busy. Nux Taku's getting slammed right now, and I always hated that dude, so we'll just do some reaction videos to the new game that's been vibing around.
Recently, commentary YouTuber Nux Taku has gotten into some hot water when a commentary channel, Nicandros, put out a video against him accusing him of hosting a NSFW Patreon Discord server where minors were involved. In his video, Nicandros shows evidence of a minor joining Nux's paid server,
Nicandros kind of
stating
slammed
that their
him.
age is 15 and then participating in NSFW activities with the other members, such as sharing explicit material, talking about explicit material, and other things that we will mention in this video. Along with this, Nicandros makes the claim with his own provided evidence that Nux knew this was happening and decided to ignore it. Nux ended up responding to the situation on stream, denying any involvement or knowledge of the minor in his server, but some weren't happy and argued that Nux omitted details in his response, along with him putting it 20 minutes deep into a video about Hassan and simply reacting to just one clip on Twitter. There's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Nuxtaku. It starts when Throwaway posts this compilation of clips from Nicandros's video highlighting some of the interactions that this miner had in Nuxtaku's paid Discord, and Throwaway233 captures it by saying, Nuxtaku ran a Discord where a miner was repeatedly sent obscene and illegal material and was encouraged to engage in SH, with no effective action taken at the time to prevent or stop it. Video by Nicandros for the full account and Nux's history of EPI. The full video will be linked in the description, but here is a clip compilation of some of the important parts from Nicandros' video.
Red joined the server on September 7th. On day 1, they openly declared themselves to be 14 years old. They would later claim to be 15 multiple times, but as they openly stated, they were lying about their age. Red was...
I remember seeing a clip of Nux saying, "See, they lied about their age." I'm like, yeah. Yeah, and they're still a kid. I don't know.
Was born in 2004. They had turned 14 soon before they joined the server. The Discord was a pretty small clique, and soon enough, basically everyone on the server knew that Red was underage. Despite this, Nuxtaku made the NSFW channel for them a month later, and within a year, they had posted 242 messages on the channel. There's also an instance where another user pinged Red into the NSFW channel. As far as I can tell, this behavior was not punished. Ha, I'm still underage. So, cause you're talking to me, you are all technically pedophiles. Not me. Yup, remember, the age of consent in Romania is 15, so I can smack your ass all I want. Alan would make similarly inappropriate comments about Red on the 16th of December. But let's return to October 8th. You are willing to send me the most fucking disgusting shit you have. I only sent it to you because you're 15. Exactly. Nobody else would. I initially planned to traumatize you because you were acting tough, but I underestimated you. Who, me? I'm not tough. I guess edgy instead of tough. I am edgy. Not that tough though. Yeah, I got that. I need to train.
Let me train you in the ways of being an incel. Would I? You wouldn't understand our power anyways. I think you should learn the ways of watching smut and gore content together. It's honestly one of the best things you can do.
Train you to become tough. Okay. According to Red, on the first day they joined the server, Alan spammed their DMs with a bunch of gore and NSFW content. There are multiple instances of Red or Alan publicly mentioning Alan sending gore to Red. Here's one from October 6th. On October 14th, Alan mentioned showing his personal collection to Red. On January 1st, 2019, Alan actually posted a gore image into the voice chat channel and pinged Red. In February 2019, Red reacted to a meme by saying, "I can take pictures of men's penises being cut in half, but this is too much even for me." It was a gift and just a tip. Yeah, for dramatic effect, Alan, shake my head. The message below contains nudity, and if we go one message further, we can see a message from Nuxtaku. Soyboy here is another adult user and also a small anime creator. He already knows that Red is underage. Despite this, he asks Red if he can send them something truly disturbing. Okay, Soy, send it to me. BT? Come on. I expected at least nuggets. If you don't know what that word means, don't look it up. Alan proceeds to drop codes to some extremely obscene comics.
Nugget is small people porn. And that is crazy. I just don't understand why these people are so obsessed with weird things on the internet, and that to the point where they have to show children it. Very weird environment there.
Thanks, Alan. Soy, I am extremely disappointed. Red, you scare me. That is actual animal rape and murder. I know. How is that not the most fucked up thing? Alan sent me a video of a man getting his head off by a machete. Real life, of course. Nuxtaku was pinged about something off topic immediately after that message, but it didn't show up. On January 16th of 2019, Alan posted a bait and switch video into the general chat channel. The thumbnail shows a naked woman, but when the video is played, it switches to a video containing stuff like this. Despite the warnings given by other members to not look at it, Red can be seen giving their reaction to the video. You can take that as a corroboration for my testimony of what the video is. Violet said that Alan should be banned. Nuxtaku was then pinged because Alan did something bad. Nux shows up and says, "Wow, didn't see that one coming," and he then leaves. He took no action. He didn't delete the video or punish Alan or anything.
Then Nicandros also posted his own video on Twitter, garnering some responses and captioning it, "New video. Before Nuxtaku was a far-right demagogue raving against the hedonism and the degeneracy of the left. During the peak years of his career, he ruled YouTube as its EPI emperor, who always prioritized profits over basic child safety."
I was gonna say, he was not that sick of a
and
dude.
Foxy Heaven replies,
he
"After
was never
watching
that
this
cool.
entire video, I am sickened by the fact that he was the very first VTuber to support me and DM me privately. I'm also very upset by the fact that he followed me and supported me during the time he was doing this disgusting behavior." Batty quote tweets Nicandros by saying, "This video is incredibly disturbing, and all I see is just jokes about Nux being annoying. The idea of not just owning, but being active in and profiting off of a server where a minor is getting publicly groomed, pushed to drop out of school, and SH makes me ill. I'm glad to see that it seems like the victim is healing and getting their life back together, but oh my god, I cannot imagine allowing something like this to go on. I am just at a total loss." Mr. T-Bird Gaming replies, "What you just described is on his YouTube channel too, by the way. It's not like it was only done in private." And others
Yeah, it was
along the
everywhere.
way.
They just ignored it.
Muda, Iron Mouse, Oompaville, Quite, etc. And Batty replies, "The creators I follow that he collabed with do their due diligence in maintaining 18+ communities, and I can imagine we're not aware he was allowing minors access to uncensored NSFW material. I think saying they helped him by participating in React content is a bit misguided." Jazzington quote tweets Nicandros' post by saying, "Learning Nuxtaku ran a Patreon Discord server which he was extremely active in with a NSFW channel where minors would send corn, and I'm not surprised in the slightest. This video also shows a pretty clear-cut example of a minor being groomed in this server, being sent corn and extreme gore, and the groomer was Nux's friend who was shouted out in multiple videos, and it's extremely obvious Nux knew this was happening. This is the same guy that has now pivoted to right-wing content and screaming about trans people grooming kids, despite uploading diet corn for his audience of 14-year-olds for years. How is this guy prevalent at all? At Quite, you're allowed to leave the VC if your friend Nuxtaku starts showing you lollycorn. Just saying, bro, it's really easy." Attaching this clip.
This person proceeds to pleasure himself.
Yep. No, wow. What do you consider that? What are your thoughts on this, Nux?
Not as rapey as the next one I'm going to show you.
Oh boy.
Charlie House replies, "I feel bad for everything that happened to Quite still, of course. But man, it's really like he's just as bad as Weast and Nux." Do quote tweets Chazington's post with a screenshot of all of these creators and Nuxtaku on a panel, and Do captions it by saying, "Being in a Nuxtaku video is the YouTube equivalent of being on the Epstein files."
Yeah, I was
What
thinking
are
the
you
same
guys
shit.
doing? I'm not surprised at all with Mudahar, Turkey Tom, and Moist Critical frequently collabing with him, but Quite? And Tippity replies, "Nux had anime YouTube on lock for a while in like 2019 to 2022. It was slop, but it had the numbers." And Do replies, "Hentai anime."
I'm pretty
YouTube in
surprised
2019 sounds
Charlie
like the worst thing ever."
made content
And
with
Tippity
him,
replies,
but
"It was so bad, even for the time. We had it so much better with people Demolition D and Digibro back in 2015. All hell broke loose after like 2018 and all became slob." And Shamu quote tweets this post with this clip in the caption, "Nux Otaku was making NSFW channels for minors in his Discord where people were talking sexually to them and sending them bestiality corn." Crazy video from Nicandros.
The NSFW channel wasn't there from the start. We can trace its creation to this exchange from October 15th, 2018, where we can see this user, who from now on will be called Red, repeatedly asking Nux to create it. If we look at the time and date of these messages, the NSFW channel was made 2 minutes later.
This
In
kid
response to
is
this, Red raised their
unironically.
Patreon pledge, and Nux gave them
that
a
was
thumbs
stupid.
up. For a brief moment, let me take you to August of 2024. Nuxtaku is finally
Nux
being
is like,
pressed
"Yeah, let me
about
give
his
this
past
minor
content, and he was
not
actually
safe for
pushed
work
into
page."
making a
Like, what the
response.
fuck?
The biggest shock to me to this day entering the broader commentary sphere was the dangers lurking around every corner in regards to children. Children are not safe on the internet. I only became chronically online after high school, but I couldn't imagine what it would do to me if I was in some YouTuber's Discord server at the age of 12 or
What do you mean you couldn't imagine what it... Dude, you're already a fucking freak. Like, you are a freak.
14.
You
And not
committed-
like the funny, like, oh, haha, like, I'm very freaky. No, you are disgusting. You are disgusting.
Imagine. You don't need to. Red joined the server on September 7th. On day 1, they openly declared themselves to be 14 years old. They would later claim to be 15 multiple times. but as they openly stated, they were lying about their age. Red was born in 2000.
Then Shamu attaches this screenshot of an anonymous user saying, "Ha, I'm still underage, so because you are talking to me, you are all technically pedophiles." And a deleted user replies, "Not me." And the redacted user says, "Yep." And the deleted user says, "Remember, age of consent in Romania is 15, so I can smack your ass all I want." Then this redacted user says, "Bestiality, come on, I expected at least nugget." And the deleted user replies, "Something redacted." And Soyboy says, "This is the most fucked up thing I have access to." And the deleted user says, "A redacted word for the nuggets. Don't ask me why I know them off the top of my head." And the redacted user says, "Thanks, Alon. Soy, I am extremely disappointed." Then Soy continues saying, "Bro, they are doing self-harm with a kid in his Discord and walking them through it. This is fucked." And there's the redacted user saying, "Okay, thanks. If I needed to, I could do it with a kitchen knife." And the deleted user says, "If you blank yourself, you'll realize the pain is pretty whatever." And the redacted user says, "Okay, thanks." The little owl replies, "Bro, this makes me feel sick." Hassan
Literally
tweets Shamu's post here, screenshotting Nux's channel when you search Hassan, showing Nux making multiple videos on Hassan, and he captions it by saying, "Judge me by my enemies." Throwaway also tweets out this clip of Hassan reacting to Nicandros's video with the caption, "Hassan Piker questions why so many scandals emerge from Asmongold's orbit."
Why are all of your most unwell haters pedophiles? This is crazy. Every fucking time, dude. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But apparently, before Nuxtaka was a far-right demagogue raving against hedonism and the degeneracy of the left, during the peak years of his career, he ruled YouTube as its EPI emperor who always prioritized profits over basic child safety. Doesn't Asmongold always watch this guy? Yeah. He does. Asmongorables, yeah. He loves Nuxtaku and Rape Tone. It's just interesting because, like, virtually all of these guys that are a part of that orbit of fuck Hassan content creators have been slowly but surely being outed as pedophiles and sex pests of different varieties, sexual assaulters, rapists. It's just so strange. It's just so odd.
Then over on r/VTuber Drama, source numerous 1244 posts Nicandros' video with the caption, "Nuxtaku exposed for having a 14-year-old in his NSFW Discord server," and captions it, "Adults in the server inappropriately interacted with the minor." And Training Smell replies, "I dropped him when the Taiga drama happened." And Quirky Serene Frenzy says, "I'm not sure when I dropped the guy, but he was just annoying AF. So glad I don't watch Nux." And God of Death says, "I dropped him after the V Shoujo shit went down between him and the girls." And Wawa Hero replies, "I found out about him through that video and assumed he was talking about a resolved case. My jaw hit the fucking floor when I realized he made a video about a case that hadn't even gone to trial yet." Offside Spy says, "It's alright guys, he already lives where famous people escaped to and found out of diddling kids." And Hot Dust replies, "What? Did he actually move? Where to?" And Offside Spy says, "As far as I know, he lives in Israel," but then the Zombie Jesus says, "Doesn't he live in Canada?" And Offside corrects himself saying, "My mistake, he is Israeli, but he's not there currently." Then on the YouTube drama subreddit, Hella Hellbent posted the video with the caption, "New expose on Nuxtaku reveals the shocking extent of reckless endangerment of Nux's child audience." And they add reposting with added context. YouTuber Nicandros dropped an in-depth investigation into Nuxtaku, a large commentary and media review creator with a long-standing focus on anime and cartoons.
Yes.
The video describes how Nux willingly and deliberately promoted NSFW content to his child audience, utilizing it for channel growth, encouraged NSFW submissions from audience with no age restriction or verification, resulting in him receiving submissions and interactions from verifiable children, opened a 16+ Discord server with several NSFW channels, including VC. The channels had to be closed 3 days later due to minors joining the channels for the sake of Discord partnership, but Nux allowed alternative NSFW fan servers to be promoted. Ran a
So he was really just running a fucking Epstein Discord, bro. This dude was actually just gathering the minors. Yes, you want out? Come on. Yeah, so this dude was just running a fucking elite, like, Discord. I don't know, I guess a pedophile ring. It feels like it. That's how it feels, bro. It just feels very... Feels very just gross.
Non-age restricted Patreon server where at least one minor was subjected to inappropriate and harmful content and interactions, sexual material, gore, and cravings of SH. Hypocritically chastised Twitch and Ava Chris Tyson for minor endangerment, despite all of the above being much worse. Do you think this is the end of Nuxtaku's career? How do you predict Nux's YouTuber buddies, Mudahar, Tecto, and Tactical Templar, will react? Modadib replies, do you think this is the end of Nuxtaku's career? That would require either the content platforms to care about who they host, or the audiences of these people to hold them to account. I'm not holding my breath. And Hellbent replies, if Nux's large creator friends cut ties with him, it would be a step in the right direction though. And Comprehensive Ad says, does he even have any large creators still actively associated with him still? And Hellbent says, Tectone associates with him actively. Mudahar has not mentioned him lately, but I would argue would be kind of required to respond to this due to the controversy / his defense after some flip-flopping of Nux last year. It also wouldn't be unreasonable of audiences to ask other large creators who had collabed with Nux previously, example Moist Critical, for their takes on this. Lord of Chili says, I mean, outside of losing his channel, Nux had already lost most of his friends. No big VTubers acknowledge him anymore. Doesn't collab with anyone he used to. Not even Lost Pause, who is someone he was constantly collabing with, even bothers to mention him. Dude threw everything away to become a right-wing grifter, which is insane because he's not even American. Like, the whole anti-woke is clown behavior, but getting mad at shit that's not even happening in your country is wild to me. He talks like US politics impact him. And Fofa says he talks like US politics impact him. It absolutely does. It's a world power. Culture war brain rot is rarely globally impactful by itself, but the last year of foreign invasions, global economic chaos, and global political sex trafficking revelations were the result of US culture wars.
Okay, yeah, true, but what the fuck does this have to do with Nuxtaku defending Trump? The guy who's known for being in the Epstein file. Like, I just find it ironic that, like, these people are going to defend Nuxtaku, but he supports Trump, who is in the Epstein files, who's probably been known for fucking or eating children. Then he runs a YouTube channel that is surrounded by sexual content and minors. And then he goes on there and starts talking politics of shit he doesn't know about because he doesn't live here. And then these comments are going to be like, well, it does affect him. Yeah, of course it fucking affects him, but he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Obviously. I mean, he's following the pedophile, who also, I mean, he's probably a pedophile.
Red Logic tweets out, be Nuxtaku. Grow channel by becoming the hentai channel and embracing lolicons. Invite mainstream creators to his videos. Begins to pander to normies. Eventually / subsequently distances himself from the audience / content that made him successful. Attacks creators and lolicons in the community that made him successful. I don't hate lolicons, it's the hentai of it. Becomes a moralist and political channel. Becomes anti-corn while having made his career on hentai, while he actively condemns those who do the same. Calls out creators who enabled predatory behavior in their community and called them pedophiles. Meanwhile, he left his Discord server damn near unmoderated for half his channel career until he was forced to get moderators, and they still didn't moderate worth a shit. Moral of the story, fake moralists, whether on the left or right, Republican or Democrats, are always hiding shit in their closet. Also, Tyga deserved better. I might be a Republican too, but I don't care. I can't stand these people who claim to be anti-corn while their entire lives or career were built on it. Fuck you and the skeletons in your closet. Then Nuxtaku ended up responding to the situation and throwaway post this clip with the caption, Nuxtaku comments on his expose by Nicandros and the backlash.
People are accusing you of being a pedophile because of a Discord. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that a bit today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be rude. You know what? We'll save it for when I talk about it. It might have been one of the most disingenuous, slanderous campaigns ever. But we'll talk about it a bit.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
It's unbelievable, to be honest. It really is. It's like, oh, a guy got groomed in a Discord.
A guy got groomed in your Discord after you allowed him to be in there. Second thing, he also asked for a not safe for work channel, and then immediately you gave it to him. A 14-year-old kid. You gave him porn. Unironically.
Fucking awful, don't get me wrong, and I'm really sorry if I contributed to that at all. It's really fucking awful. But I really didn't contribute to that.
You did.
Much at all, to be honest.
You did.
Like, if we were being honest.
Substance replies, someone checked Nux's hard drives already. Eli says, probably not a good sign if you have to hedge about how much you contributed to a child being groomed. Not Sorry says, it's so convenient how he's always just unaware of the thing that's happening that everyone else is aware of. Normies who don't watch anime knew that Chadman drew pizza, but the lolicon loving freak had no idea. Everyone in his server knew it was a kid, but he had no idea. At a certain point, a duck is just a duck. And Nicandros quote tweets throwaway by saying, it was happening on your
duck is
Discord you
just a duck.
directly financially benefited from. And Eshkar replies, how much do you want to bet that if/when he makes a reaction video, he's not even going to watch the whole thing? We'll just watch small clips of it and have no evidence to back up his denials. And Nicandro says he saw one clip of it on Twitter and didn't even watch it fully. Throwaway also posts this clip with the caption, Taku explains what he thinks happened in his Discord.
No, so basically, all right, dude, this is just going to be like a 1 second thing, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. They're calling you a grifter? Yeah, they call me a grifter because they disagree with my opinions. That's how it works.
No, we're calling you a grifter because you're probably a pedophile who was... Oh my god, like, I don't even need to describe this every time. It's just, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Genuinely, what the fuck are you doing?
Essentially, from what I understand, someone entered a Discord and lied about their age, and someone else in the Discord, in one of my servers over the years, and someone messaged that guy lewd stuff, which is awful. But yeah, unfortunately, parents need to make sure that their kids aren't logging into 18 plus servers, you know?
Yeah, so it's the
awful,
parents'
don't
fault.
get me wrong, but that's that.
So, like, if Nuxtaku, if you meet up with a minor in real life and you... hold up 1 second. I just got some bad news, bro. One of my childhood dogs just died, bro. Makes me a little emotional, but I don't know, a very weird situation. That dog was really mean. That dog was really mean, but I did grow up with it, which makes me very sad. Damn, bro. I'm a big animal guy, so that's a little weird, but Nuxtaku, you fucking God, I gotta talk about you after this. Dude, like, I fucking hate Nuxtaku, especially more now. Just like so much more now. This is his fault. My dog died because of him, bro.
And Velnius replies, dude, you saw him say he was 15. Ghost X Nappa says, Red was pretty clear he was a minor from the very beginning. Nux can't lie around that. Nicandros quote tweets this post by throwaway, laughing and saying, he is so screwed. Bandit090 also posted this clip on the YouTube drama subreddit with the caption, in response to Nicandros' video, Nuxtaku blatantly lies and obfuscates about not only...
I'm just recording a video. It's okay. It's a little sad, but... She was mean as shit.
It's okay.
She was a really mean dog.
Bonbon was my favorite.
Huh?
Bonbon was my favorite.
No, you like Nikki. You like Nico.
You know?
The black one.
I like the other one too, because everyone said she's always so mean and she was always so sweet to me.
Yeah, because you're going in there and you're a visitor. If you saw her on another day when I had to pick her up, she'd fuck me up.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I just don't catch a break lately.
I know. I didn't think that would happen right now.
Yeah, Grandma was all upset. Made me feel bad.
Is she okay?
Yeah, Grandpa's
Is she
sad too.
crying?
She probably did earlier.
Oh.
Because she don't like her dogs going.
Maybe I'll text her or something.
Yeah, you can.
I'll be like, I'm sorry about Bonnie Blue.
Yeah, it's one of her favorite dogs, even though she was really mean because she named Bonnie.
I'll text her.
Okay. I love you.
Love you, baby.
Alright, now we're back again. I gotta talk to Kendra about the dog.
The age of a minor in his Patreon Discord server.
And this video was it was like a 10-year anniversary. This was not like some apology, whatever. Anywho, and also valid statement. I was right.
You couldn't imagine. You don't need to.
All right.
Red joined the server on September 7th. On
Right.
day one, they openly declared themselves to be 14 years old.
I didn't know about this.
They would later claim to be 15 multiple times, but as they
I didn't know about this.
openly stated, they were lying about their age. Red was
Oh, so they were lying about their age.
This is the clip I saw.
born in 2000.
Yeah. So, look, man, I don't know how a minor even got into this Discord server. Because
I think what I was saying before was like, if you meet up with a minor and you, like in real life, you meet up with a minor and you're about to have sex with them and you have sex with them and then you go to court and they're like, why'd you have sex with this minor? And your response is, well, you should probably blame the parent for not having a more like control on their child for allowing me to fuck them. No, bro, you're an adult. You're an adult. You need to be responsible for minors around you.
Because as I'm sure he mentioned this in the longer video, I'm not trying to say that he tried to slander me on purpose over here, but this was a Patreon server. For those of you that are unaware, Patreon servers are inherently 18 plus because if you want to become a patron, if you want to join a creator's membership as a patron or provide membership as a creator, you must be at least 18 years old or have permission from parent or guardian. All right. Quite literally, that obviously didn't happen. This was inherently an 18 plus Discord server. So if someone lied or stole their mom's credit card or their mom let their kid join a Discord server from a guy that was making more, adult focused content on my YouTube channel, that is the parent's fault. Okay. Just to be clear, again, I'm really sorry if any bad thing happened to any person in any of my servers. Obviously, that's disgusting and horrible. However, it was an 18 plus server. That's one. And two, also important to mention, this not safe for work tab that ended up this channel, this not safe for work channel, which again, I regret. I don't think I should have ever done that. That was definitely a mistake on my part. I'm not trying to say it wasn't, but 2018, 8 years ago, I guess didn't think about it clearly enough.
I wonder what age you were in 2018. 18 because I was an adult and I only had minors in my server because I just got out of high school. I think I was still in high school actually. And I don't think that's how that worked for you, bro. I don't think that's how that worked for you.
This server was removed, this channel with the not safe for work thing was removed really quickly after it was made, I think, if I remember correctly. And even more importantly, this also had an age verification. This also had an age verification. You needed to click that you were 18 plus to join this channel in the server. All right. So anywho, the point that I'm trying to make is, yeah, I fucked up by having a not safe for work server. I definitely regret that. But yeah, all right. Calling me a pedophile for this is insane levels of slander.
The poster then continues saying, Nux opened an NSFW channel for this minor in exchange for an increased Patreon pledge. Nux also claims the channel was quickly taken down. However, Nicandros has verified that it's still up, just inactive. Nonstop Disco replies, I'm sorry, but I'll always side-eye Muda and Oompa for platforming this guy as long as they did. And Pretty Key says, don't give Charlie a pass either. And Thin General replies, I don't give anyone involved with that podcast in any way a pass. It was always weird as fuck, and I couldn't stand listening to it. Logan McGowan says, his avatar is so fucking ugly, man. And Noble replies, his avatar and his voice. The way he talks is so annoying to me. I don't understand how people listen to this man for longer than 2 minutes without losing it. His VTuber model is also just genuinely awful, both in terms of design and in terms of rigging. And I don't understand it because he's a big enough name to just have someone competent make one that moves normally. Then JStalk tweets out these screenshots of the video that Nux Taku responded to the whole situation on with the caption, lying rat Nux Taku just hid his response to Nicandros in a Hassan is bad video on his second channel. The thumbnail and title don't even remotely hint at him responding to the allegations. His response is nothing but lies and misrepresentations. And it's this thumbnail of Hassan looking like he's getting arrested and the caption, it backfired, he fucking found out, showing that this is the one where he responded to a clip of Nicandros' video. JStalk then continues, Nux's response is 21 minutes into a 37-minute video on Hassan. This is a completely unacceptable standard for responding to such serious allegations. Watch the full video on stream or off and respond to the allegations directly, Nux. Your audience deserves it. Hassan himself then replies to JStalk and says, at some point, their audiences will realize that Hassan Bad isn't a pivot that works in a court system nor the court of public opinion, right? And JStalk says, I personally wouldn't count on their audiences doing anything that requires critical thought. Nicandros replies, I personally wouldn't count on their audiences nor the court of public video on stream or off and first anyone responded to a clip of admonitions. Watch the full video on stream or off and respond to the allegations directly, Nux. Your audience deserves it. Hassan himself then
I was wondering what Hassan had to do with it, but did he say
and respond to the allegations directly, Nux. Your audience deserves it. Hassan himself then replies to JStalk and says, at some point, their audiences will realize that Hassan Bad isn't a pivot that works in a
I find it even crazier that Hassan said this because, like, you are... I don't think he ever said... Nux Taku, he didn't say, oh, Hassan bad, but I'm good because blah, 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 because Hassan's bad for this. I don't know what the fuck he, like... I don't really know what he's saying because, like, he isn't blaming you for his weird pedophilic shit in the server. I don't know. It's just...
court system nor the court of public opinion, right? And JStalk says, I personally wouldn't count on their audiences doing anything that requires critical thought. Nicandros replies to Hassan by saying, I would really appreciate it if you fully watched my video and revised your statement about Nux instead of basically saying, yup, Nux is a sex criminal and pedophile, and this proves it. Now all these reptiles are going to claim that I'm making those claims about Nux, and they'll show, oh, the video doesn't actually prove those things to undermine my expose. expose. What you said about him is factually inaccurate, but what he truly is far worse. This dude is a soulless chameleon who will do and say anything for money. Denims was unable to watch the last 20 minutes because of how disgusting the stuff this guy has enabled is, and it's dead to rights that he knew what was going on, what he endorsed, and what he was a direct beneficiary of. If this stuff gets blasted out there, this guy's time as a public figure is over. I know the video is a bit long, but that has to make it worthwhile. No, this guy was friends with and defended Nuxtaku will instantly discredit anyone, and all of your biggest ops are connected to this guy. Asmongold owns Mythica Talent, and he has this guy signed up. Beck Evangelion.
No way. How did they get queso? I don't see him. Yeah, Nux isn't in here. They got a fuckload of gooner ass VTubers though. Got fucking Morgue Pie in there. Like they got a lot of gooner shit in here. They got Pay Money Wubby, bro. Grimmy, stop. Messing with the frog tank, as always. Yeah, I don't see him. They got Shy Lily, bro. That's crazy. I know a lot of these people. I don't watch. Like, I used to watch Soda Poppin' though. I don't watch any VTubers. They got Uber Danger. Yeah, I don't see Nuxtaku in here.
Police that replies, "You're asking too much from him, brother. Both these retards are in a cold war and won't completely nuke each other because of their checkered past." Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives.
I'm just curious. I'm watching a little bit of the Nick Andrews video. I don't even know how to... Is this? Oh, I nailed it. No, I put the C in there.
Welcome, I'm Nicandros. This is Tectone, a guy...
Alright, I can only do like 20 minutes of this because I'm about to go to work, but I was actually very curious. Last video I just did, which I might I'm not going to combine them, they'll be separate. I'm a little behind. Like, I know what's going on in the commentary sphere, but I'm a little behind on stuff, so I'm going to try to upload some videos of me catching up. But I've been hearing all about it.
Welcome, I'm Nicandros.
I've also never watched the
Tectone,
Nick Andrews video.
A guy who used to follow 900 hentai accounts on Twitter. When likes were still public, people found out that Tectone had liked an animation depicting a Genshin Impact character called Venti getting their back door blown wide open by a BB Hilichurl C. For context, Venti is an effeminate male character with the body of a 15-year-old boy. So Tectone has a history of jerking it to gay porn involving 15-year-old boys. This is more speculative, but photographic evidence suggests that Tectone lives by the slogan, "He who beats it, eats it." In case you don't know what that means, Now you might be disgusted by this, but given Tectone's physiology, that's actually a very impressive feat.
Is that all?
Me when I show her my penis, I'm 6'8". I don't know why I would lie about that. My penis isn't that small where I feel the need.
Bro,
I'm 6.
he looks so bad there. Holy shit.
6'8". I don't know why I would lie about that. My penis isn't that small where I feel the need to lie about my height. But I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8". Are you 6'8"? I'm 6'8". 6'7". I'm 6'6". I'm 6'7". I'm 6'7". 6'6" men BMI.
Now, for reference, I'm 6'7". I've sometimes claimed to be 200 and sometimes 201 centimeters, but I've never claimed to be 2 whole inches taller. You might say that lying about 2 inches is not a big deal, but to some people, that's all they've got.
Thankfully, I have a very small cock.
He's so fried for that.
Tectone was recently served a 10-year protective order to stay at least 200 yards away from his ex-girlfriend Pinkachu for sexually assaulting and stalking her. He's also been forced to give up all of his guns. Before this all came out, he also had some really deep thoughts.
The more you are
Because you
aware
lost the
of what's going
lawsuit
on,
and
the
you
more that you are
raped
aware
that
of these
woman
people that are lying,
and stalked
the
her.
more that these people will try.
Hey, bro. Tectone, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, my friend. Your dad's like one of the most famous predators of all time in the U.S. military. And I'm not gonna lie. Fuck him. Fuck you, bruh. Like, bro, it's already, like, it's already hard for people in the military, bro. They already have to deal with a horrible leader in power right now. And I'm not even gonna get into it. It's fucking sad that you did that. That's all I gotta say. It's worse than sad. It's fucking disgusting.
Look at Nuxtaku for an example.
Now, I found out about Nuxtaku around the time of his Shadman controversy, and because of some drama between Mutaha and someone called Shadlogic. It's a complicated story.
Nuxtaku got his entire career temporarily destroyed, which he bounced back from because he's one of the GOATs. God bless you, Nux.
Yes, the post-Nux Clarity incident.
So this video that was uploaded with, again, Nuxtaku as Jeffrey Epstein and me as, I assume, Ghislaine Maxwell over here.
Since then, Nuxtaku has re-established himself as one of many populistic right-wing commentators, such as Tectone himself, who tried to orbit Asmongold.
Is really like, I mean, this part right here, right? And then there's this. And then there's a little bit of that, too.
I was apparently recently hired as Asmongold's thumbnail editor.
Why wasn't Asmongold nominated at the Streamer Awards? And it's me holding up a fucking thing of I'm white, you're black, and I'm pointing a gun at somebody? Damn, bro, like, that's what it was. This is a top tier thumbnail? I think it is. Honestly, like, we should have just used this one. Oh my god. Hired this guy? Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Thumbnail editor? This is great. Yeah, why not?
My response was not the most charismatic one.
Wait.
He never actually intended to.
What did
My
he say? I
response
didn't
was
get
not
to
the
read
most
it.
charismatic one.
These ideas don't come to me on a consistent basis, but it would be fun to try.
He never actually intended to hire me. That was merely a stunt he did for his livestream. Given his recent defending of Tectone, it was probably for the best. As a Forbes magazine featured commentator, I can't be associating with people like this. However, this video isn't about Asmongold or Tectone. It's about the rumors circulating Nuxtaku.
The amount of misinformation put out on this guy is insane. I mean, dude, I get told that Nux is a pedophile daily.
Well,
I'm like, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? Nux has always been good to me, and I'm a guy who's always gonna have.
Hey, this guy's a pedophile. He can't be. I'm a grown-ass man and he's chill with me.
the back of my friends. However, I will also be the first one to hold my friends accountable.
We'll see about that. But why
Did you hold your dad accountable?
Nuxtaku after children. I have my own criticisms of the guy, but he's a very religious man.
We got to stand up and fight for God. We were living in a world of like unbelievable hedonism that just kept ramping up higher and higher and higher, you know? Higher and higher, more and more hedonism and secularism, and it completely took over. And this is an unbelievable conversation that's being had right now.
He speaks out against hedonism and degeneracy.
It's not surprising that people that are based purely on hedonism, that they think you can fuck everything that moves. They think that sex should be publicized and taught to little babies and children, teaching them to...
Oh, fuck. Nick Andros cooks the shit out of this guy. Because he then later... Dude, that internet video fucking spoiled it. It's a spoiler. But that's crazy.
To change their genders and shit like that.
He's against sex being taught to young children and little babies. He hasn't always been open about his religious beliefs, but he has a long history of criticizing the Twitch platform for making adult content available to minors.
Twitch can't decide whether they want to be a 13+ gaming website or an 18+ porn website. Twitch wants to rake in all that advertiser bucks for being a 13+ gaming website. They want to be on every single freaking smart television in America because that's how they get so many of their little young impressionable viewers. They are trying to be a 13+ gaming website as well as a porn site at the same exact fucking time. Just recently, you had the implied nudity meta on Twitch where they allowed artistic nudity, which is, again, still mind-blowing to me that they even thought this was a good idea on a 13+ gaming website, by the way.
Making adult content available to children is totally inappropriate, and Nuxtaku has known this for a while.
Hentai ain't for kids under 18, let alone under 13.
Some insist that it is solely the parents' responsibility to stop their children from seeing that stuff. End of story. I think that's a very dumb perspective, so I'm going to back up Nuxtaku on this one. Parents do have the primary responsibility to protect their children, but that responsibility isn't on them alone. If you're publishing content on a 13+ website, the creators, the parents, and the platform have a shared responsibility to protect the children using that site from being exposed to harmful content. In the case of Twitch, the creators are knowingly streaming inappropriate content, and Twitch isn't cracking down on it. As Nuxtaku clearly understands, it is supposed to be a 13+ platform. If you're allowing or uploading adult content onto that platform, you're clearly doing something wrong, and should be held responsible if kids come across that content. Parents can easily block actual adult websites, and some even teach you how to do it. But when adult content is hidden on a 13+ website, the parents might not even suspect it to be there. Take, for example, Mutaha's aunt.
Here's the fucking wildest thing about her, okay? So she has every fucking parental filter. If you walk into her house, it's like fucking North Korea. However, she hasn't done anything for YouTube. She hasn't looked at parental controls. So in her mind, she's like, I'm a good parent. I'm making sure they don't watch porn. And then their kids are watching like Andrew Tate and shit. So she's blocked this one possibly dangerous avenue of like, you know, psych infiltrating shit. But she hasn't locked the other one out.
Instead of telling his aunt to set up parental controls on YouTube, Mutaha decided to shit
Exactly.
parenting
Like,
on his massive
why wouldn't you say
podcast.
anything?
Very normal behavior. So when adult content is on an adult website, it's easily blocked. When it's on Twitch or YouTube, it can go unnoticed and in the worst cases, subvert those parental controls. That's why it's important for creators on these platforms to keep in mind that their content is going to be available to and be seen by children. As an example, you shouldn't have a hentai reviewer on your podcast and then shout them out by pitching their content as a method to circumvent parental controls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check out our friend Hartweigen, friend of the show, absolutely amazing creator. If you're into hentai and you want to, and you got parental filters all over your web browser, this is a channel for you because
Like, what
YouTube
the
is
fuck?
not blocked by parental filters. So wink wink on that one.
Before you run off calling Mutaha some early porn introduction mogul, this is just a single, irresponsible one-off comment from years ago. It was a dumb thing to say, but there is no broad pattern of Mutaha engaging in this behavior. To return to Nux's critique of Twitch, another problem with adult content being on a 13+ website is its potential to funnel children to adult websites and services.
Every single freaking ASMR streamer on Twitch is linking their OnlyFans because ultimately Twitch is a massive funnel to that stuff, and Twitch knows that. Most of Twitch these days is a literal funnel to OnlyFans. Remember, this is a 13+ gaming website where 90% of Just Chatting streams are boobs, funneling people to the OnlyFans of the streamers, because it's not like there's any discoverability on OnlyFans. And the recommended page and every thumbnail on the Just Chatting category would be banned on YouTube. Bro, do you see what's going on your website, bro? This shit would be banned on YouTube immediately.
I'm not too sure about that last bit, but if a creator's content is directing children to adult websites, making it more available and accessible to them, they are more likely to not only seek out that content, but also far more extreme content than they otherwise would have. Nuxtaku, on the other hand, has been criticizing Twitch for allowing this content since the creation of the hot tubs category.
The new Twitch meta, ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't need to see it for in her browser history. If you look up PONR, her stream is PONR. Bruh.
It's just so noisy.
Bruh. It's unbelievable that this...
I just realized he like I saw it appear twice. He misspelled porn. Maybe that's the joke, I don't know.
Content is allowed.
In February 2021, he released a whole song about it.
I made a music video parody of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy. When the Twitch hot tub meta was going on, all the top streamers were female streamers in hot tubs wearing nothing. And I made a music video parody, Twitch is hentai.
Twitch is hentai. Twitch thoughts giving teens bloody no sleep.
I hate this.
A great message and a banger tune. There is just one big problem I have with Nux's critique here. He left out the most dangerous element of this kind of content. Any child can see bikini ladies on the beach or at the pool, but they're not going to see bikini ladies doing erotic dances while surrounded by adult strangers who are touching themselves while chatting with them. They are also not going to receive private messages or invitations to join a private group chat where a much older person showers them with attention and makes them feel special. Creators don't just put out content, they have a community, whether it's in their comments or on other platforms. If the creator's content is explicit in nature, then so will their community. If children are allowed into these spaces, the creator is facilitating a space where adults and minors are talking about explicit matters with each other. Even if there are no predators in those spaces, if minors are allowed access, they are still being normalized to the idea that it's okay for them to be talking about these things with random adults, making them much more vulnerable. Nuxtaku has actually made videos in the past catfishing predators on Discord, but his activism doesn't end there. In 2021, he tried to trick Shadman, the infamous lolicon artist, into a confrontation to grill them for drawing Lolly Beast comics. Wanna collab?
You should know about this.
Well, no, but your heart's in the right place. Wait, why would Shadman say that? Anyway, these statements and instances where Nuxtaku actually mocked messages he received from Shadman have been misconstrued by bad faith actors to claim that Nuxtaku had some connection with Shadman or a desire to work with him. I mean, look at the timeline. We're supposed to believe that 3 days after catfishing predators, Nuxtaku was trying to get on Shadman's good side. It is such easily debunkable nonsense. This whole controversy was just an offshoot of the early Mr. Beast drama, when Ava Chris Tyson's fandom of Shadman was exposed. Nuxtaku was among the people calling her out on it, but also for running a Discord server where NSFW content was available to minors. Despite his consistent, long-term opposition to children being exposed to adult content, and criticism of multiple creators who have blurred the line between adults and children, Nuxtaku continues to be smeared as some kind of because of his old videos.
My videos were showing people weird shit that came out of Japan to get funny reactions. And I, to this day, do not think that they were harmful videos. I don't.
It really isn't necessary, but let's take a look at one of those examples. If we go to May of 2021, a couple months after releasing the song about Twitch, and a few months before the Shadman collab request, he released this video. It's about Nuxtaku reviewing the old comics made by the author of the Nagatoro manga. It's a romantic comedy about the titular Nagatoro, a high school junior. I know a little trick for looking up the old thumbnails of videos on the Internet Archive, and the thumbnail of this video used to look like this. Nagatoro taking off her panties. This isn't the second version.
That is
This
crazy.
is the third version. Here is the second version. Nagatoro completely naked. And there's some kind of a chimpanzee behind her.
But she's sitting here in the
That's
forest,
crazy.
and all of a sudden, monkey comes out and starts.
That's a lot of monkey hands. Jesus Christ.
God damn it. And then they proceed to. Okay, anyway. She ends up having an epiphany that
in order to survive, she must drink fluids. So she proceeds
Okay.
to drink
Yeah.
fluids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. That's why she's like, go as much as you want because
You can dish out there. Okay.
Yeah, she needs to drink it to survive. This is survival.
This is so
instincts.
fucking weird.
They were in fact not in the forest. She was in fact with the monkeys in a zoo in front of a whole bunch of people. Crowd of people? No, an audience? Is this a zoo? They saw all of it? The mating act? This is so crazy. This is the worst image in the history of
why would the monkey bring it up? That's so weird.
So she puts the shock collar that she happens to be wearing.
Oh, they put her on a shot? What the fuck?
To force her to do the friendship show.
So she's a slave.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And then she has to dance like monkey.
Nuxtaku is displaying a comic to his audience about a little girl being raped by a pack of monkeys in a zoo exhibit
That is
before a
fucking
crowd
insane.
of children.
That is actually fucking insane. I've had some really weird news today, so well, bad news. Like fuck, bro. That's a lot. That's very weird, bro. I think this is a good spot to like what the fuck. I think this is a good spot to come back to later. I might even get I don't know. I might get everybody else in the Discord involved. We'll see. I gotta go work on